Hello everyone, this is Laura from My Newest Addiction. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back. Today I am planning the week of September 27th, I think, through October 3rd. Maybe it's 28th. Anyway, and I am using the Moonchild kit that released in my shop last week. I filmed this morning, today, Monday, and I'm going to have it uploaded today as well. And I just wanted to say I am obsessed with this kit. This kit originally came out in like 2016 and it got a major overhaul, like super completely redone. The only thing that is the same about this kit versus the kit that released back then is literally the box with the girl that's hanging the stars on the lines. That beautiful piece of art is just like hauntingly gorgeous. Like it lives rent free in my mind. I actually have printed it out and put it in several of my personal like journals and stuff just because I just think it's so gorgeous. So anyway, here I am taking the trim. It's actually the washi trim that's technically supposed to go on the bottom of the sheet, but I put it at the top. Instead of fiddling with all the little individual header trims, I just said, you know what, I already got washi for the kit. I'm just going to throw the trim on the top and then lay the date covers over that. And I'm having to be extra careful with the washi on this left side because I accidentally ripped it. So you can't really tell in the video, but yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay down the days of the week. And you'll see my desk gets very messy during the filming of this video. I have stickers everywhere. It's going to get pretty chaotic. So I sped it up as much as I could just to try to get through this part. So basically I wised up a little bit and took the inserts out of my planner. I don't know why I left them in there for so long. I was just like, this is crazy. I cannot do this. I don't know why I even tried. Well, honestly, I just wasn't thinking. So anyway, I'm just getting the base laid down, the bottom washi. I love that bottom washi too, where it's got all of the moon phases, excuse me. I'm so tired. But yeah, I'm letting the boxes down with all the headers. I've just recently been super into all the layering and, adding all of the, I don't know, it's just almost like extreme foil. And yes, I've had foiled kits in my shop for like the last 7 years, but 7 years. I've only been open 6 years. I've had I've had foil kits in my shop for the last like 4 or 5 years, and I still used it minimally. But I tried this sort of a layout, and this layout to me, I know it's not even like a half of what Plan Mush Plans Lauren, Shantae plans and Gathered Plans Rachel. I know that they like go above and beyond with their foil like element game, but I wanted to give at least an attempt at their style last week, and I loved it so much that I think this might be my new favorite way to lay a kit down. I've recently been experimenting with several different themes, I guess you would say, not themes, like categories of planning. So I have a journal that I, put stickers in and write my feelings and do all the bujo type things. Actually, I really don't bujo. I just kind of like write my feelings and do spreads over topics, not really bullet journaling at all. And then I also have my personal planners. I have one personal planner, which is my Louis Vuitton MM. And I just pretty much, that's my pen to paper planner. And then the other planner that I use is a personal wide from PDB Planners. And it's a personal, but I have put personal wide inserts in it and it closes but barely. But anyway, so yeah, I've been using that system for a little while now and I really love it. In the video here you can see that I am going through my reusable sticker book, and what I just chuck a lot of stuff inside of them and close them usually, so I'm clearing that out. But what is inside of this reusable sticker book is basically all of my character stickers. I have been collecting stickers for 4 or 5 years. Actually, no, 6 years. Before that, 7 years, 8 years. And all of the sheets, one day I just got tired of keeping like a big, thick, chunky album full of those. So I just took to this extra large album that I got from the Flamingo Planner event that I was I vended at in January of 2020. The last planner event I think there was, since like before, you know, everything went crazy. But I just moved all of my character stickers into that, and it's so much more concise. I can see everything, and I don't have it in there like by the type of what it is. I kind of have it in there by like in order of the shops, that because I know what I'm looking for whenever I go to look for, you know, something. I'm using one of the circles that I released a couple weeks ago in the, I call them circle boxes, which I know that's an oxymoron, but everything else was a box shape, and then just to keep it consistent because it's got the same look, I just called them circle boxes. But I layered a little coffee and marked that I was having brunch with my husband. And actually, before that, I had written on a little label that there is a bus driver shortage, and it started the Friday before the week that I'm planning, and we got a call at 5:30 in the morning saying that my daughter's bus wasn't going to be running and that there was a bus driver shortage and someone would be by to get her 2 hours after school had started. And I was just like, no. So I took her, and then my husband took my son, who actually goes to a magnet school that's about almost an hour away. So it's kind of super inconvenient, but it was, I mean, it's honestly, we're out of our zone, so it's not like, it's actually very nice of them to bus our kids across town. But when they call you at 5:30 in the morning and you normally are getting the kids gone out of your house by 7, that's like time to scramble, because what if I didn't, you know, work at home and didn't have the opportunity? Anyway, I'm not going to complain anymore. Basically, what I am laying down at the bottom of Monday is the mail drop and finished designs, because Tuesdays are when I've had my releases go live for the last, I don't know, couple months. I do $2 Tuesdays a lot of the times, and in order to make it easier for my customers, I want to have $2 Tuesdays go live with any of the regularly priced things that I would normally release on Friday. So instead of doing 2 releases a week, I figured I would consolidate them all down to just a Tuesday release. So anyway, the next morning, I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys. Every day this week, they called at 5:30 in the morning to tell us that the bus driver couldn't come and that there was a bus shortage and our kids wouldn't be picked up till 2 hours after school started, because that's when a bus driver was available. And I appreciate them attempting to come maybe 2 hours later, but that can't let my kids miss school. So I write it in there every day just because I wrote it in my pen to paper planner, like my actual plans. So I wanted to keep it pretty consistent with what I wrote in there, just make it prettier on the memory planning spread. But yeah, like, we haven't had a bus driver for a week, and actually today's Monday of the following week after the plan that, or the weekly spread that you're seeing this week. And yeah, there's still no bus driver today, so it's been a full week, and then the Friday before and today. So if the bus driver is sick, 2 weeks is typically the time that it takes to come back. So wish me luck that we have a bus driver by Friday. So also on Tuesday, I put a sticker down saying that I was finishing getting listings done because, like I said, the bus driver kind of put me in a scramble. I would have normally been done earlier in the day, but the bus driver, I had to take my kids to school, both of them, so I didn't get any releases up till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something that day. It was kind of crazy. And after that, I had the new releases go live, and then I recorded the voiceover on the YouTube video that I released last week. You guys, that video was so bad. But this is the first time that I'm filming in this setup in a long, actually, I think this is the first time ever I've filmed in this setup. And the table I tried to use was rocking constantly, and then it was shaking the camera, and then I had my angle where I was zoomed in too far, but growing pains, learning new things. And the beautiful little arch box down at the bottom with the moon phases on it, I wrote the video is live on YouTube, and oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so excited to be back, you guys. So on Wednesday, I am about to lay down a sticker that says bus driver shortage again, and then I put down a sticker that says print and cut. It's actually from a sheet that I don't think I ever released in my shop, but it's called Shop Owners. I'm probably going to redo the fonts and everything on that, just redesign that whole sheet, and probably add a YouTuber sheet too. But anyway, yeah, you can see me layering that up. I love the way that I have changed the bottom of the functional page. There's all those little boxes and circles and the little fancy label with the hanging moon and stars on this sheet, and it's just like beautiful. I love it so much. Actually, there's not much about this kit that I don't love. I think this was truly like a work of love. Oh, see these fancy little scissors here? They are a lifesaver. They are the Fiskar, I don't know how you say that. The ones, I use it to cut my vinyl sometimes, and also to cut foil, and honestly, I don't think I could live without it. It makes like cutting things so much easier, because instead of having an awkward like claw motion that you do with your hands to work scissors, you're literally just gripping it like pliers, and it makes a better cut, straighter cut. I love those. Actually, I should link those into my Amazon storefront. If you guys don't know, I do have an Amazon storefront. It is linked below. I think I do get an affiliate code, but I haven't been paid out on my affiliate code since I was a full-time blogger like 6 or 7 years ago. But anyway, I do have really awesome stuff linked for planners and planning and plant stuff. So if you're interested in plants, that's down there too. I also, underneath the print and cut, I actually turned my switch on for the first time. I don't know who plays Animal Crossing or who got into that during 2020, but that was something that kind of took over my world in 2020. So I turned my switch on the other day because it's getting a big update come November, I believe, or maybe it's October. I think it's November. And then I cleaned up my island because it was just one giant weed. And then I picked up my daughter from school, and then we went and got our nails done. My nail lady is actually out on maternity leave, and I found out that she's not going to be back till 2022, and I was not really happy with my nails. You can see them in the video. I'm just not happy with them. That's not the shape I normally get. They're twice as thick as I normally would get them. But, whatever. I'm going to deal with whatever until my lady comes back from maternity leave. Later on that Wednesday, I picked up my son from football. The next morning, I laid down another sticker that said bus driver shortage. And then what I did that day was worked. I just did the foil print on all of my kits from the batch that I'm working on, and that took me, honestly, it took me a day and a half. I updated my computer the week before the week that I'm planning here, and I ended up upgrading my RAM in my computer myself, which I was so scared, so nervous. It was probably the easiest techie thing I've ever done. But then the chaos that ensued afterwards is just too much. I had to update my iOS because it hadn't been updated since like 2016. And then I updated all of the Adobe products that I use, and then I updated everything. And then come to find out, the software that I use for designing my stickers and cutting them and whatnot, well, just cutting the stickers, yeah, it's no longer was compatible with the version of iOS that I'm on now. So I ended up having to download an more upgraded version of Silhouette Studio. And I don't know who's familiar, but the newer versions always suck. There's always bugs. There's always something bad with the software. And anyway, I was having major print problems. It was changing my fonts. It was putting lines through all of the prints, and I had to redo everything. And then, thankfully, I ended up figuring out a fix for it, and it's all good now. But I lost 2 days of work last week just from fighting with the new software. And I just realized here that I didn't put date dots down, so I'm going back and putting date dots on the date covers. And how far did I get? I don't know. But anyway, so while I printed all the kits, I ended up making a PR application. I haven't had a PR team in a while. I think the last time that I made a PR application was in 2017. And those girls that I chose from that kind of stuck with me for years, and thank God for them. They are the sweetest people. We still chat. We have a group chat that we still talk in pretty much, well, I wouldn't say daily. We did for a long time, but in the last year we haven't really chatted as much, but I love them so much. They're so sweet. But yeah, I put in another PR application, so that'll be fun. And then I listened to a new podcast to me called Suspect. And later on that night, me and my husband and my daughter went to have dinner at this local restaurant called Pizza Loot. And it was really good. It was a really cool place. The next day, which is Friday, was actually October 1st. So I put a little sticker down, layered a bunch of things, and put the sticker down that says October. And then underneath that, I have a label saying bill due, and the mortgage is always due on the 1st. Yay. Me and my husband, he was home off work that day, so we deep cleaned the house. It really needed it. It was pretty bad. And then after that, I went to make a grocery run, and I made my lash appointment for a couple weeks from now. And then I worked all night. I ended up working straight through the night, all the way to like 6 or 7 in the morning on Saturday morning. So, yay. But then I went to bed at like 7 in the morning, and then I slept in till 2 p.m. And I'm layering all the little deco right here, and I'm going to write in that I slept till 2 p.m., which is crazy because I never sleep that late. But like I said, I was fighting with the silhouette for the whole week, so I was finally getting some progress done, so I stayed in the office all night. And then whenever I woke up, I had some lunch, and then I worked on cutting stickers and designing new things until, gosh, I think I did that pretty much all night. And then, so my husband and my son were watching football. They are huge college football fans. And this past Saturday, there was a lot of really, really good games on. So they were watching TV in the room next to my office all day. And whenever I started having trouble with, you can hear that. Anyway, I started having trouble with Silhouette again. and then I restarted it. I restarted my computer, and then I updated the iOS on the iMac, and then this is whenever I realized that I could download a beta version of Silhouette and it would work better for me. So I marked all that down, and I use like a little bitty tiny flag. I love the little tiny elements that I added to this kit. It's so pretty. On Saturday too, you can see that I layered I didn't layer, the box that I used is actually like a little girl swinging on a moon. And I just think that is so precious. It's a piece of art that I've had for a couple years, and I've been kind of just sitting on it waiting for the perfect kit, and I thought this was a perfect use of that art. It's so gorgeous. Anyway, yesterday, Sunday, which whatever, you're not going to get that it's yesterday, but so Sunday I was in the office pretty much all day again. I was printing and cutting, and then I went on a Target run because I wanted to try that new Apple's crisp macchiato that everybody's talking about, and I'm really unsure about how I feel about it. I thought it was okay, but I don't think I'd ever get it again. But anyway, so Target run. Also, whenever I was having a fit with my Silhouette, I found a gift card that my mom had given my daughter from 2018 stuck in my drawer, and I checked the balance, and thankfully it wasn't expired. So my daughter came with me for the Target run, and we got her some little fun things with her little gift, her birthday money from years ago. And then I sat down and in the middle of the night filmed this plan with me. So, ta-da! This is finished product. I love this kit so much. I know I'm gonna just keep saying that over and over again, but you guys, it's like ethereal. I don't know. The colors are just sweet, and the silver foil just makes those light pastel-y ethereal colors just even better. But yeah, so I want to say thank you for sticking it out and listening to me ramble about my woes, and I'll see you next time. Bye.